Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alemannic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is a quick blessing ceremony for the first modest harvest from behind the train tracks, where I have my little secret garden. And I have been harvesting herbs for a while, and I actually didn't grab any parsley, but I thought with the first 7 yellow beans that I got, um, it might be nice with some basil. So I actually harvested that. And I have some chamomile for my tea that I actually picked yesterday, not today. This is from tonight. But I figured I'll include it in this as well, since that's going to be for my tea, the chamomile. So that's also part of a harvest, even though it's not directly for eating. Oops, and I just changed. Oops, sorry. I just moved the tripod a little bit and suddenly the colors changed. Okay. So with that being said, a little blessing and asking for an abundant continued harvest over the next few weeks and hopefully even like the next 2 months or so. And for those of you who live in warmer climates, that might continue much longer into like later on in the year. But for those who live in a moderate climate, it's meant for like the next few months, weeks, 2 months. Okay. With that being said, let's smudge and jump right in. And I'm just continuing to burn the candle that represents moving more and more into our divinity, right? So burning away the darkness with the light and moving more into our divinity. All right. So with that being said, please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, low vibrational, and unhealed, and transmute it into pure divine essence and return it to the universe for reintegration, and help us fully and completely reconnect to our own inner divinity as well as that all around us, and through that help us be in oneness with all of creation. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. All right. Oh, what's that? I got some dust from the smudging right on the bean. Oh, so that's actually a great blessing. All right. So let's call in our divine team. Dear divine higher power of the universe, our higher selves, our entire divine spirit team of the light, including our ancestors that are in the light, the 4 directions, and the 4 elements. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. All right. Let us take a moment to give thanks for all the blessings in our lives. And with that, I also really want to give thanks for being in this body, in this lifetime, for having been blessed with certain attributes in this lifetime. So whether that be intelligence in this physical form, or beauty, or strength, or anything else that you really appreciate about your physical aspect of being in this life. I feel that is very important right now to acknowledge, because a lot of times we focus on other things, but we forget or neglect to, maybe I shouldn't generalize like that, but I've neglected acknowledging that part of the blessing. Also just being able to touch and feel everything in this 3D form, right? That our spirit can't do. So that is an amazing blessing that we often take for granted. And I just want to give thanks for it tonight. And with that being said, let us lead in the blessing ceremony for this first modest harvest from the secret garden behind the train tracks. So again, as mentioned, I have some chamomile, basil, and yellow beans here. And it's really the yellow beans that I had in mind because I've been harvesting herbs before. I also have parsley there that I've harvested a few times. I just didn't grab any tonight. But the beans is the first real harvest item in my mind, right? All the other plants that should hopefully bring a vegetable harvest later on, they're not nearly at the point where they actually have anything to harvest. But the bean plants, oddly enough, they stayed relatively short and they just barely made it to the bottom part of the fence. And rather than climbing up, they started having the first beans. So here we are. So I feel extremely blessed, and let this food be massively blessed and let it bring healing to us eating, well, in this case, me eating it, but also whatever you're blessing. Let all the food that we have harvested be specially blessed to bring us healing in all the parts and aspects where our body needs healing. And let many bountiful harvests follow this first modest one, and let our garden bring massive amounts of fruit, vegetables, whatever you've planted. Let them all grow abundantly, and let us have wonderful, plentiful, bountiful harvests throughout the rest of the summer. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations. All right. With that being said, let the ceremony now be finished. And, oh, quick extra blessing from the spirit team. My apologies. I was going to finish a little too quickly. And what I'm also just being called to bring in there, is this one was actually amongst donation food that I got in one of those community pantries. But I also saved seeds from past ones and just spread them around the earth behind the tracks. So with any luck, let there be some squash as well, and maybe some other foods. There was one sprouting potato that I planted, so maybe let there be some potatoes as well. And I did actually plant 5 apple seeds that sprouted when I had planted them on my windows. Well, yeah, on my windowsill. And 3 of those survived the transplanting. So they're little plants about this size now behind the train tracks. So there won't be any apples yet. It might take a few years, but let them also grow beautifully, wonderfully, and abundantly. And there are some hazelnut trees that I actually bought, like small little trees. And even though the leaves were hanging when I received them, they all made it through the winter. I planted them late last summer and I wasn't even sure if they would all survive. And I planted them too close together, thinking that even if just 1 or 2 survive, it's wonderful and they all made it. So that is a blessing in itself too. I don't have any hazelnuts here right now, but I have a walnut here just to represent nuts growing, right? So let there be wonderful, beautiful blessings and harvests, and especially for everyone who has already started to contribute to food forests in green space, in public green spaces that are not being groomed, but that are left kind of alone and wild. Thank you so much for also being on the same path as me with this, just feeling really inspired to put some food crops in public spaces. And anyone who hasn't done that and feels inspired now, it would be wonderful if you could join our little movement, if we could turn this into a little movement, right? That would be absolutely wonderful. And with that being said, I want to thank all of you for also even just tuning into this video, because clearly something spoke to you there. So yeah, thank you for that as well. And with that being said, I feel that this is a good ending of the video. So let us now close the ceremony and give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team. Thank you. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly and massively safe, shielded, and protected at all times. And excuse me. And keep us massively safe, shielded, and protected with a divine seal of protection. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations, all our relations. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, for staying until the end, and for being a part of this ceremony, as well as our Healing and Ascending Collective. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel further, there's a PayPal link down below. And also, there is a local shamanic fire ceremony coming up in the Greater Toronto area. I haven't actually had time yet to post it yet officially, but it will be on August 13th from 7 to 10 p.m. But the next virtual one is already posted. That will be on Sunday, August the 23rd from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It would be wonderful to see many of you there. And in the meantime, and of course, the login is via meetup.com. And the group name is Shamanic Fire Ceremonies. The information is in the description box. And in the meantime, I'm sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May truth and integrity always be with you. Bye for now.